This has been the radio broadcast of the Redeemed Missionary Baptist Church with Pastor L.R. Drinkwater, along with hostess Sister Geraldine Downey, inviting you to tune in next Saturday at this same time for the sharing of God's Word and the Redeemed Missionary Baptist Church radio broadcast.
Of Jesus, redeem, oh yeah.
This is AM 1220, KTLV, Midwest City, Oklahoma City.
Following is a paid program. The views and opinions expressed or products endorsed are not necessarily those of KTLV, its staff, or management.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and a happy good morning to you wherever you are. Have a happy holiday season. Holiday greetings are extended to you today from United Drugs, Javon, Raw Funeral Home, Petite Beauty Salon, Stale's Restaurant, Carbon Realty, Leo's Family Barbecue, Temple Funeral Home, Crawley's Bail Bond Service, Vance Motor Company. All for you. And I want you to stay tuned because today's program is one that you are going to remember for a long time. As we start our program today, I would like to make a correction and I would like to apologize because on last week I made a big mistake and I apologize for it. I'm telling you, I want you to remember me for the mistakes that I have made and for the fact that I would like to correct my mistakes. I told you about a pastor that was voted in and out. That was the pastor, Reverend Douglas of the Antioch Institutional Baptist Church, 507 north of Bath Avenue. And I would like to apologize to you people. To all of you, I called the wrong name, and boy, those people called me and told me everything. And I don't blame you. I deserved it, and I accept it. Today's program is a very special program, and I'm going to dedicate it to a young man, and I have him on the telephone. This young man is such an inspiration to me. He represents a true spirit of the holiday season. Good morning.
Good morning, Miss Luper.
Good morning.
Good morning, Miss Luper.
Yes, would you give us your name?
Nathaniel Cobb.
Nathaniel Cobb, this is your program, and today I'm dedicating my entire program to you.
Yes.
And I'm dedicating it to you because you've been such an inspiration to me through the years. You've given me just a little bit more courage, and I know you've done it for a lot of people. Let us start with you. Tell us about Nathaniel Cobb and who your parents were, where you were born, and all of that.
Well, my parents were Ben Cobb, and I was born in Otterville, Oklahoma.
How did you get to Oklahoma City?
Well, I came up, my parents brought me up here in Oklahoma City when I was quite young, right around 20-something years old.
Okay, that's really quite young, 20-something years old. Where did you go to high school?
Booker T. Washington High School in Otterville, Oklahoma.
Okay, did you graduate at the top of your class?
Yes, I graduated as A student.
As an A student?
Yes.
Oh, good. About how many was in your class?
It was about 55.
55. Well, great. Now, you aren't the only A student. I graduated at the top of my class in the top 5, but there were only 5 in my class. Look at Mr. Cobbs. Now, in high school, did you make a lot of friends?
Yes, everybody was my friend, the whole school.
How did you do that?
Well, I lived life, a child of God, and I just loved everybody and got along with everybody, and I associate with everybody.
Oh, okay. Now, you associated with everybody, and you finished high school in Otterville. And what happened after you finished high school?
After I finished high school, I came up here in Oklahoma City. Then I went to Oklahoma, Texas, for repair of radio and TV.
You went to Oklahoma Tech in Oklahoma, Oklahoma?
Yes.
For repair?
Yes.
Now, some people would consider you as a handicapped person.
Yes, I don't consider myself a handicapped person.
That is really great. But you do not consider yourself as a handicapped person.
No.
Okay, well, I sure don't consider you as a handicapped person because even though you have some things missing, you are okay with me.
Yes,
Okay, how long have you been in a wheelchair?
About approximately 30 years.
What happened?
Well, I was born this way. I was born handicapped.
Okay.
Born deformity.
You born deformity.
Yes.
That was your hands and your legs,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
But that was not a handicap for
No,
you.
not a handicap to me.
And you went to Okmulgee Tech, and how did you do in Okmulgee Tech?
Well, I did real good. I was I was still an A student. 'Cause I studied hard and I believed in God, and I knew He brought me through the school.
All right, now, you fell in love too, didn't you?
Yes,
With whom?
Alice Cobb.
And what happened? Oh, she was not Cobb then.
No, she was a Renfro.
Okay, you fell in love with her.
Yes.
Okay, tell me about that.
Well, I was in my radio TV shop down on Northeast 23rd. Then she came in there to have a television repaired. Then, but because I've been asking the Lord for me a wife, and when she got in, I looked at her and everything, and the Lord said, "That's it. That's the one I want you to marry."
Okay, now, just a minute now. There are a lot of people up there can't stay married for 2 days. You mean to tell me you asked the Lord for a wife?
Yes, that's the only way to do it.
Okay, and then what happened?
Then we went
You
together
saw
about 3 months, then we got married.
Just a minute now. You mean to tell me you asked the Lord for a wife, and here comes a young lady into your shop to get a TV repaired?
Yes.
Well, how did you... I don't understand the approach you used.
Beg your pardon?
I don't understand the approach you used.
Well, see, I knew that this was the one that the Lord sent me. See, I listened to the Lord. And when you listen to the Lord, you never go wrong.
Okay, so the Lord has sent you a wife.
Yes.
When did you ask her to marry you?
Oh, about 6 months later.
Okay, 6 months later you asked her to marry you.
Yes.
How did you do it? Did you just come out and say, "Look, will you marry me? I'm Nathaniel Cobb"?
No, I just said, "I love you, and the Lord sent you to me."
You told her that?
Yes.
And what did she say?
Well, she accepted. She
Oh.
told me I could marry her. She'll marry me.
Did you have a wedding?
Yes.
Where?
Greater Marshall Memorial Baptist Church.
Was it a big wedding?
No, it was a small wedding.
Oh, you just had a small wedding.
Yes.
And now you have a wife.
Yes.
Okay, you have a wife, you had your own shop, and what have you. How long was that ago? How long have you been married?
27 years this past October.
Now, the Lord sent you a wife, and for 27 years,
Yes.
you all have been in love.
Yes.
Or are you still in love?
Yes.
Okay, 27 years. During the 27 years, did you have any children?
Yes.
How many?
2.
Tell me about them.
Well, my oldest son is Steve Whitney. And then he's a real nice young man, so I sent him to college to Langston University.
That's my university.
Langston.
Yes.
Yes. And then he finished school, college.
He finished. You sent your son through high school and through college.
Yes.
Okay. And kept him out of trouble.
Yes, kept him out of trouble. He never been in trouble. Even as long as I know it, he never been in trouble.
Okay, now tell me more.
And then he started working for the Capitol when he finished Langston in a computer. And also he was a specialist in recording with the television. He was in the TV communications, and he was taking pictures of the governor at that time, and then he went on after he finished there. He went on left and went to California. Now he's working for a company out there that let me see what the name of the company.
Okay, in what city?
Los Angeles, California.
And doing real well.
Yes, he's doing fine. He called me twice a week.
Oh, wonderful. What does he say? How you doing, Daddy? And how's Mama?
Yes, I be dead and Mama. He said, I just want to check y'all. I didn't want anything. I didn't want to check how y'all was doing. Y'all need anything.
That is just wonderful. All right, now tell me more.
Okay, and then my youngest son, we sent him to college. He went to Langston.
Wonderful.
Both went to Langston.
And what is he doing now?
Now he's working at the Capitol. He's a computer specialist.
He's a what?
A computer specialist.
Okay. A computer specialist for the state.
Yes, for the state.
I know you must be awfully proud.
Yes, I'm real proud.
Okay, now let's talk about you and your business. I had the opportunity to visit your shop, and I was so impressed with it. Tell me the name of your shop first.
Cobb's Audio Video Production.
Cobb?
Cobb's Audio video production.
Okay, now tell me about it.
Well, I was in television for about 30-something years, so I retired from television repair. So I decided I wanted to go into another field. Then I was praying to the Lord one day, and he said, well, this is the field I want you to go in, to produce photos onto videotape, and also dubbing video and audio tapes. And that's the field I was told because the Lord had sent me that way.
How long have you been in that field?
Well, about a year now.
Has it been?
After I retired from television.
You retired from television, and then you went into audio-visual production.
Yes.
And what is your telephone number?
My business telephone number is 424-1591.
1591?
Yes.
That's your business
That's
number.
my business number.
Okay.
My residence, 424-3951.
Are you telling me that if you have some pictures that you would like to put on video, you can do that?
Yes.
Let me ask you again. Are you telling me that if I have some pictures, and I do have some pictures at home,
Yes.
if I have some pictures, I can bring those pictures out there and you can make a video on those and I can show them on my VCR?
Yes. You can.
Oh, that would be a great Christmas present. And my sister's here from Arizona, and I know she is listening, and you are saying that we can bring our pictures out there and then stick them in the video VCR and see them?
Yes.
Okay.
You can.
Okay, now I'm going to ask people that would like to join me, and that's what I'm going to do. Once again, your business telephone is what?
424-1591.
Repeat that one more time for me.
424-1591.
And therefore, if I want some pictures put on video, you can do it.
I can do it.
How long will it take you to do it?
Well, it's mostly depend on how many pictures you got. But
Say I have 5 pictures.
In 5 pictures, I can do that in about a couple of minutes, 2 minutes. 3 minutes.
Well, is that very expensive?
No, not too expensive.
It's not too expensive.
No.
So all I would have to do, anyone would have to do, is to call you at 424-1591.
Yes.
Now, Mr. Cobb, you say that the Lord led you and the Lord has done this for you, and the Lord gave you a wife, and the Lord has given you 2 beautiful children that have succeeded, and now you're in a business that's succeeding. What church do you belong to?
Greater Marshall Memorial Baptist Church.
Who's your pastor?
Reverend Howard Jr.
Okay, Reverend
Mose Howard Jr.
Mose Howard Jr.
Yes.
And how long have you been in that church?
Oh, I've been in that church, about 40-something years.
You were there with...
Ever since I came from out of there, Oklahoma.
You were there with Reverend Howard Sr., right?
Yes, and also Reverend Marshall. He was the first pastor.
Oh, I see. Well, this is your program, Mr. Cobbs, and today I'm dedicating my program to you as my holiday gift to you.
Yes, I so appreciate it.
And I want to say thanks to you
Yes.
for the excitement that you have given me,
Yes.
for the happiness that I have seen as I see you work, and I'm looking forward to have you change some pictures to audio-visual production for me.
Yes.
Well, thank you so very kindly for being my guest today.
Yes, I so appreciate it, Miss Luper, and may God bless you. And have a happy holiday season.
Thank you so very kindly. This is a Clara Luper radio show, and once again, I would like to thank all of you that are visiting with me and that have visited with me through the years. I want to thank you for your support, because there's so many stories that I would like to tell you. I love to tell you about people that are making contributions. Now, some people will say, Clara, why do you talk about people all the time? I love people. I love them, because everybody is so important. People have talents that you don't even realize. And I think that what we need to do as we come to the end of the 19th century, is the 20th century. Now, you're right. We need to look around and see what we have. Mr. Cobb's arteries and veins overflow with courage, dedication, determination, and hard work. Certainly, he is one of God's great gifts to all of us, and we should take advantage of him. We can fix him so that never again will anybody say we do not support our own people. today I do have 100 pounds of chitlins to give away, and the first 10 pounds go to the first one that will call me at 672-1220 and tell me what kind of business Nathaniel Cobb is in. What kind of business is Nathaniel Cobb in today? I'm not talking about what he used to be in. I'm talking about what he's in today. The telephone number is 672-1220. Today's program is a very outstanding program, and I would like to thank Mrs. Davis and just all of you for visiting with me. If somebody would ask me what happiness is, I'm telling you what happiness is to me. Happiness is seeing you. And somebody asked me, say, Clara, why is it you haven't put your books in the bookstore? I like that direct contact where I can look in your eyes, where I can see you. You are the most important thing in the world. And if you have lived in Oklahoma City and you haven't made any friends, don't blame me, because I have some friends that are out of sight. They come in all colors and they come in all sizes. My friends. Yes, at 11 o'clock today, a city will say goodbye to one of our senior pastors, Reverend Sam Smith. Services will be held at the Fairview Baptist Church here in Oklahoma City at 11 o'clock. Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
I was calling to answer your question.
It needs to be answered. Tell me.
Is it an audio-visual TV repair service?
Audio, video, TV repair service?
No, that's a TV repair service. Audio-visual TV repair service.
Now, that's what he used to be in, but he's in a different one now.
Oh, he's a different one now?
Yeah, so you missed. You were not listening
I guess
good.
I wasn't listening.
But you got to listen to the Clara Luper radio show. Thank you so very kindly.
Okay.
The telephone number is 672-1220, and the question is, what kind of service is Mr. Nathaniel Cobb giving to the community now? As we look at the holiday season that's coming up, I think Calvin put it in a way far better than I. He said, we're coming home for Christmas. Hello? Yes?
He's in that audio visual.
What do you mean by audio visual? Okay, what do you mean by audio visual? Well, anyway, I got you now. You caught part of it, but you didn't catch all of it, and that's really exciting. This is the Clara Luper radio show. I would like to thank the students out to Carl Abbott Junior High School for the warm reception they gave me this week, and I really appreciate it. I appreciate the questions, and boy, did they have questions for me. I say they did. Thank you, Mrs. Richmond, and the students at Carl Abbott Junior High School. Hello?
Hi.
Yes.
I was calling. He's in the video business, transferring pictures to videos.
You are exactly right. And give me your name, please.
Nita Bowie.
Nita Bowie.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, thank you so very kindly. Calvin will get the rest of the information from you. And just remember, you have 10 pounds of chitlins. Oh, I love those chitlins. Chitlins. I'm not bragging, but black people are smart people. During the dark days of slavery, when the masters would send our people to throw those hog guts away, those people went down to the rivers, took whatever was inside those guts, washed them out, and gave birth to what is known as chitlins. And I'm happy today because I have 90 more pounds of chitlins to give away. Javon's Beauty Salon is located at 616 West Britain Road, and the telephone number is 840-8980. And for special services, all you have to do is to call Javon. When we think of special services, though, we've got to think further than what we can see. We've got to think of people that are doing business, people that are trying. And it's very difficult to stay in business because, in first place, it takes a lot of money to stay in business. And we would like to thank Mr. Gates at Gates Barber Shop, 2609 North Martin Luther King, for staying in business. He's been in business for a long, long time. And someday I want you to go up to Mr. Gates and walk up to him and say, now, Mr. Gates, how long have you been barbering hair? He has done a job so well that he never loses his customers. They always come back. Gates Barbershop, 2609 Martin Luther King, and he has a slogan, "We make people beautiful." Hometown would like to say thanks because they are really excited because you come in there with your certificate and you pick up those chitlins. And while you're there, do some shopping. That's at 2001 Northeast 23rd Street, 23rd and Martin Luther King Avenue. You need some eyeglasses and you need to have your eyes checked. Go to Dr. A.L. Dow, 934 Northeast 8th Street in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. And when you get in there, be sure and tell Dr. Dow that you heard it on the Clara Luper radio show. The telephone number is 2350536. Passion Home and Health Care is located at 3838 Northwest 36th Street. And I would like to repeat that. That's 3838 Northwest 36. You may call them at 943-5779. Let me repeat. 943-5779. 943-5779. They would take care of you the way you need to be taken care of. All you have to do is to call Mrs. Deborah Jackson, who is the owner, at 943-5779, located at 3838 Northwest 36th Street. Marilyn Hildred at Allstate Insurance Company and Shelley say, call them, 8430811. If it's insurance you need, call them. You are responsible for the success of Marilyn and Shelley. So do what Esther Swain did. Call Marilyn Hildred. And Esther Swain did that. A few weeks ago I did a story on Esther. And I didn't tell you about the contribution she had made at Oscar Rose and Rose State College. And boy, they called me and told me, Clara, you didn't tell the main thing. You didn't tell what all she did at Rose State College, how she inspired, how she instructed. I'm sorry, I can't tell everything about Esther Swain, but I can tell you that her house is beautifully decorated. And I would like to salute the people on the east side of Oklahoma City. You used to have to go somewhere in Nichols Hills or some other hill to look at Christmas decoration, but you haven't seen anything until you drive around on the east side of Oklahoma City. You've got to go by 50th and Kelly. You've got to drive out in the Wildwood edition. You've got to see the east side. These are proud people, proud of their homes. It doesn't make any difference how large your home is or how small it is. You can make it beautiful, and you have done it. And those of you that would like to call me and tell me some beautiful homes to see, call me, 672-1220. Today's program is dedicated to Nathaniel Cobb, who will change your pictures into visual, where you can put it in VCR at a price you can afford. Stell's Restaurant is located at 1100 Northeast 23rd Street, and they specialize in good old home cooking food. Stell's Restaurant, 1100 Northeast 23rd Street in Oklahoma City. Velma said, come on by. Stell's Restaurant open every day except Sunday and Monday. All at 1100 Northeast 23rd Street in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Well, when Christmas time comes, I like to go by Mrs. Gloria Matthews, and I want you to see her home. It is so beautifully decorated. It's located on Prospect and 50th Street. I want you to see it. She has selected a clear white. I'm not going to tell you what she has selected, but I want you to go by there. But then I want you to remember exactly what Mrs. Gloria Matthews is doing. I want you to look at her staff, and she will be giving her staff Christmas present and a fine Christmas party. I want you to think about the students that are being trained there in her daycare. I want you to look and examine, listen to their songs, listen at the way they speak and answer questions. I want you to know that at Chancellor Shardina's daycare, you get that extra service, that extra touch of love and of understanding. It's all there in one package. And I would like to thank you for those of you that have put your children there and you called me and you have said thanks. She's located at 1643 Northeast 50th Street. The telephone number is 424-4656 and at 2611 North Martin Luther King, where the telephone number is 4275274. Chancellor Shardina's daycare. She takes drop-ins and they have all kind of games. They serve breakfast, lunch, and snacks, open every day with qualified teachers and what have you. Now let's turn to facts about the Black History Monument and Wall. I've never seen people so anxious to get my book. And I'm anxious to let you have my book. I would like to, I cannot tell all the good news about this book, but I can tell you that my next question will come directly out of this book. Directly out of this book. And I want to see if you are able to get your book now, and you're going to open your book, and I'm going to ask you a question. And I want to see if you can answer it. And it's going to be a very difficult question, and you're going to have to use your book to get the answer. And I will see how smart you are. Okay, we are ready. I am now. I'm not going to tell you what page I'm on today because that makes it too easy for you. And I want to make it difficult. But cleaning chitlins is not difficult. It's an art to it. And you've got to learn how to take advantage of the art that's in cleaning chitlins. You need to be able to do it artistically. Now, you can cook chitlins, and sometimes we ought to have a chitlin cooking contest to see who can cook the best chitlins in town. And I sure would like for Miss Davis to tell me because she really went after it. But here we go. This man that I'm going to ask you about for the next chitlins, this man is well known. He organized the first Masonic Lodge in the United States and fought at Bunker Hill. What is his name? Please tell me his name. 672-1220. Tell me
Mom, I
his
know the
name.
answer to that question.
Don't you? No, Calvin, you cannot answer that question.
Dean even knows the answer to that question.
Dean was one of the first ones to buy a copy of my book, and that book, Facts About the Black History Monument and Wall. And those of you that have not bought the book, you gotta buy it. Calvin, I want to place
this question
his
today
book.
is coming up from what page?
I'm not telling you what
You're not
page
telling me
today.
what page. Okay, the question again was who was one of the founders of the
Black Masonic Lodge in the United States, and he fought at Bunker Hill.
Well, I want to compliment you too, not only on the questions, but also on dedicating this program to a young man that has played an integral part in helping make Oklahoma City and especially the Northeast side a much better place. And I too want to congratulate you, Brother Cobb, and keep up the good work because we all know that you do great work, and we're looking forward to you doing some more audio-visual work.
Calvin, I want to get all your pictures and all
that's a lot of
models,
pictures.
and I want to change it where I can just sit up and look at you as you're growing up.
That will be some exciting times, I'm certain. But, Mom, we want to remind everybody that we are here on KTLV. It's 1220 on your AM dial. You need to call that friend, you need to call that neighbor, and invite them to be a part of the last 30 minutes here on the Clara Luper Radio Show on this beautiful Saturday morning, December 14, 1996.
All right, we do have someone on the line. Hello? Hello? Oh, I'm sure we have someone on the line.
Yes, you have someone on the line.
Yes.
Your question?
Yes.
On the Prince, on the Mason?
Yes.
Well, would that be Prince Hall?
No, you asked me a question. I want you to answer the question now.
Well, I must be wrong.
No, you aren't wrong. Just answer the question.
That was Prince Hall.
You are exactly right. And your name, please?
Well, would you believe this, Pastor Lasky?
Well, you ready, Calvin? Hello?
Yes.
Yes.
This is Brandon.
Yes, Brandon. I'm sorry. We're ready for our sports report. We're ready.
Okay. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Brandon Bryant bringing you the Saturday morning sports page. In the NFL, the Carolina Panthers defeated the 49ers 30-24. The Cowboys defeated the Cardinals 10-6. The Patriots whipped the Jets 34-10. The Bears stomped the Rams 35-9. The Redskins lose to a much sorry team. They lost to the Bucs by a score of 24-10, and the Raiders finally defeat the Chiefs after the Chiefs had won 13 of their 14 previous games. The Raiders won by a score of 26-7. Deion Sanders, Jerry Rice, Eric Williams, Bruce Smith, Rod Woodson, Barry Sanders, Steve Young, and Tony Tolbert have all been selected to another Pro Bowl. In college football, Florida's Danny Werfel won the Maxwell Award as college's most outstanding player. Florida's strong safety, Lawrence Wright, won the Jim Thorpe Award as the nation's best defensive back. And Texas Tech's Byron Hansport won the Doak Walker Award as the nation's best running back. In college basketball, number 3 Kentucky defeated Wright State 90-62, and number 8 Arizona beat number 13 Texas 83-78. In the CBA, the Cavs came out with 2 victories this week. They defeated the Rockford Lightning 104-100, and they also beat the Yakima Sun Kings 110-108. In the NBA, Michael Jordan leads the league in scoring once again with 31.1 points a game, and rookie Allen Iverson is in 6th place with 23.9 points per game. NBA scores were the Cavs whipped the Clippers 90-69. The world champion Bulls beat the Nets 113-92, and the San Antonio Spurs lose to the Golden State Warriors 114-88. In high school boys basketball, Northeast loses to Enid 38-57. Tulsa Rogers beat Millwood 55-44. John Marshall blew out Wichita Falls Hershey 73-43, and Midwest City blew out Duncan 70-39. In high school girls basketball, Lawton beat U.S. Grant 58-39. Harrow ran all over Classen. They beat them 103-22. Northwest Classen beat Edmond Santa Fe 72-64, and Millwood defeated UConn 54-50. And once again, this is Brandon Bryant bringing all you people out there in Radio Land the Saturday morning sports page.
Thank you so much, Brandon. And I appreciate those of you that have called and congratulated Brandon, and I think this is what we should do for our young people. I want to thank you so very, very kindly. This is the Clara Luper Radio Show, and this portion of our show is being brought to you by Johnson Shardina's Daycare Center. And also we have the facts in the case. The fact is, and I want all of you to listen now, at Jeltz, McGuire, and others, the fact that the drugstore has closed on 13th and Lottie does not mean that you have to go where somebody tells you to go. You are a free person. You can take your prescriptions anywhere that you want to, and I want you to shop around. However, in shopping around, I want you to go to United Discount Drugs, which is located on Northeast 36th Street. Right? You can't miss it because it's 36 and Everett Street here in Oklahoma City. And I want you to go there, and I want you to talk to the pharmacist, James Graham, about your prescription. Now, don't wait and get mad and then call me and say, Miss Luper, I didn't know. Well, you know now because I'm telling you, you don't have to go where somebody else told you to go. Somebody else told you to go somewhere and you went. It's like if somebody tell you to go jump in the lake, you'd go jump in Lake Hefner. I don't want you to do that. I want you to think. I want you to think, and I want you to think deeply. Eugene's reading Clara Luper's book. I really thank you, Eugene, for reading facts about the Black History Monument and Wall. I want you to keep reading. Now, I'm going to give away some more chitlins because I want you to have some chitlins. I'm so glad Reverend Lasky won those chitlins. But this is a good question. I'm going to give you a clue, and you call me and give me the answer. This man was probably the best qualified man to be president of the United States. He served as a senator. He served as vice president of the United States and finally became president of the United States. Of all the presidents that have made contributions in the field of civil rights, he must stand at the top. Call me and tell me his name. I would like for you to, I want to make sure that everyone knows his name. He served as a senator, United States senator. He served as vice president of the United States. finally became the President of the United States. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes?
How are you this morning, Ms. Luper?
Oh, I'm fine this morning.
Yeah, I was calling about the president of NAACP.
I didn't say the President of the NAACP now.
Oh, yeah, the state, Roosevelt Milton.
Oh, yes, yes.
Yes, Roosevelt.
Is President of what?
Of the NAACP.
Which one?
The Council on Oklahoma City for the Adults.
Yes, you are exactly right.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, you're right. Is this Berlin?
Yes, ma'am.
I know that voice anyway. Okay, Berlin, you got some chitlins.
Yes, ma'am.
You were my bachelor of the year, so you can tell your lovely wife, honey, I won you some chitlins today.
Yes,
Thank you so very kind. How do you like the book?
Oh, just fine. Well, I love it.
Oh, Facts About the Black History
Yes,
Monument and Wall?
yes, I love it.
Oh, great,
So much
great.
information in there.
Well, I would like to thank the St. James Baptist Church who ordered just a group of books from me. I really appreciate it.
Yes, we appreciate it, too.
Well, thank you so very kindly.
Well, thank you, Mrs. Luper.
Oh, this is a Clara Luper radio show, and I don't have but 70 more pounds of chitlins to give away. I wonder if anyone could tell me who this man was. He was a United States Senator, Vice President of the United States, became President of the United States. One of the greatest presidents that has ever lived as far as the minorities are concerned. And I really appreciate people talking about him. And I want every child in America to know where you are getting your blessings from. You know, one thing about Hoffman that I really didn't like, and that was feeding the hogs. Did you know you can feed a hog and that hog won't even look up to see where the slop is coming from? I don't like that. I don't like that. And sometimes as people, we get blessings, don't even know where they came from. Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
This is Bernice Sutton. Is Abraham Lincoln?
No, it's not Bernice Sutton. You missed that one. Okay.
Okay, then.
If you don't succeed, try again.
Okay.
President of the United States. Senator. Vice President. Yes, this man did more to help black folks, as I see it, than any other president. Now, I could be wrong, but I believe I'm right. A special thank you to all of my students. I saw so many of you at the Black Expo, and I saw many last night. I had the opportunity to go out to Penn Square to hear Cleveland's honor choir, Wheelers, Putnam Cities, and Nichols Hills. Oh, it was quite an experience, and I would like to congratulate not only the students, but the hundreds of parents that were there. Hello? Yes?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Miss Luper, I could be wrong, but in my
Wait a minute now. Don't tell me what you could be.
I know.
Just tell me the answer.
President John F. Kennedy.
No, you're exactly wrong. You're exactly wrong. Don't tell me anything else.
All right.
You are exactly wrong. I sure didn't know that President Kennedy was the vice president. This man was vice president of the United States, United States Senator, and probably did more to help black people than any other president of the United States. Yes, yes, yes. This is the Clara Luper radio show. Well, tonight's a big night. Nancy Davis and that garden club, the Home and Garden Club, will be celebrating tonight, and they will be celebrating big, and I expected Nancy to call us and tell us about it. But in the meantime, next Friday night, the people from Grayson and Hoffman, Oklahoma will gather for an old-fashioned Christmas party at Lake Clara. I am so happy that they have selected my lake to celebrate Christmas. Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, this is Cora Colbert. Was it Johnson?
Don't ask me a question. Answer the question. What Johnson?
LBJ? LB Johnson?
You're exactly right. Lyndon B. Johnson, Vice President of the United States, former senator. And what made him so great to us, he signed the Civil Rights Bills of 1964, which say that regardless to the color of a man's skin, he should be received the same service as others. Not only that, Lyndon Johnson signed the Civil Rights Bill of 1965 that was known as the Voters' Rights Bill. Not only that, Lyndon B. Johnson appointed the first black to the United States Supreme Court, a black by the name of Thurgood Marshall. And I want all of my radio audience to remember Lyndon B. Johnson. Call him LBJ, but remember him as a president of the United States who signed the Civil Rights Bill of 1964 and 1965. I want you to remember him as Vice President of the United States. And you never would have heard of Thurgood Marshall on the United States Supreme Court bench if it had not been for Lyndon B. Johnson. Now, this changed everything because with the Voters' Rights Bill of 1965, blacks that could not vote became voters. This is the Clara Luper Radio Show, and today the Zeta Phi Beta sorority will be meeting a special Christmas meeting that will be at the Jimmy Stewart's building at exactly 10 o'clock, and all Zetas are encouraged to be present. The Bosselers, Miss Hamlin, say you be there and be there on time at 10 o'clock. In the meantime, the Zeta Phi Beta sorority proudly presents Miss Merry Christmas, and that's one of my favorite programs because I was one of the founders of the Miss Merry Christmas pageant, and to see the large number of scholarships that have been won as a result of that is quite a victory for me. This is Clara Luper, and many of you say that Calvin Luper is your favorite reporter. Well, one thing about Calvin Luper, he thinks he's your favorite reporter. Now, I don't think Calvin Luper is your favorite reporter. I don't know what Calvin Luper thinks. Well, we are ready now for another question because I want to give away all of these chitlins, and I still have, 50 more pounds to give away. Now, in order for you to really understand what I'm talking about, all you got to do is answer a very simple question. Calvin, you all smiles. What's going on, Calvin? Tell me. Is Sylvia on the telephone? Well, I've been waiting for Sylvia Driggins. I've been waiting. Sylvia. Hello, Sylvia? I can't get my next question out because I got to talk to Sylvia. She is bringing something to Oklahoma City that is out of sight. Sylvia?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, yes. Tell me about it, darling.
I am putting on a Broadway show special tomorrow called Saving Our Children's Dreams, and it is the first annual Christmas Children's Spectacular for pediatric AIDS in Oklahoma.
What time will that be?
It will be at 7 p.m. on tomorrow evening.
Where?
At the Clarion Hotel and the Stars Theater.
Oh, wonderful. I'll be there tomorrow evening.
Well, thank you so much.
Well, tell me some more about your special guest that will be there.
Okay, my special guest is Valentino. He is Michael Jackson's stand-in from the History album, and he is his actual double. He is not a look-alike. He is his stand-in.
Oh, well, explain to me.
Okay, a stand-in is a person who takes the place of the original artist when they, are not able to be there. And he was on the History album as well as We Are the World. So he is the one that has been dubbing Michael all this time.
Oh,
he is the actual man.
He's the actual one.
Right.
Okay, and he will be in Oklahoma City tomorrow.
No, he will arrive today at 3:18 at Will Rogers at Northwest Airlines. And he wants everyone to come and meet him at the airport.
Oh, that should be exciting.
Right. He's coming in today, and he will be performing tomorrow.
Oh, well, that's wonderful.
Yes.
Okay, now, how much are the tickets?
The tickets now are $10 for adults and $5 for children. At the door, it will be $10 for children and $15 for adults. It is a Broadway show from Radio City Music Hall in New York City that I've done an adaptation of.
Okay, now, where can you pick up tickets?
Okay, tickets can be picked up at, they're sold at Elegant Accessories, downtown at the Medallion Hotel, 114, Suite 114, 235-1575.
Okay, is that the only place you can pick up tickets?
Yes.
Okay, is nowhere on the east side you can pick up those tickets?
Well, there was as of yesterday, but I picked them up.
Oh, you picked up all the tickets?
Right, I picked them up yesterday at the Ronald McDonald House.
Okay, so once again, go over and tell me again what will happen tomorrow at 7.
Okay, tomorrow there will be the children from the bombing represented as well as Care Point. Also, a cerebral palsy child will be there. And there will be, some disadvantaged children there. So the whole evening is geared toward our children.
Okay, well, once again, I would like to thank you, and thank you not only for that, but for your participation and your support through the years. Okay?
Well, thank you so much, Ms. Luper, and I love you very much, and I'm inviting the entire state of Oklahoma to come and see this, and the governor has endorsed this annual program.
Well, if the governor has endorsed it, one thing about it, he won't have to get in an airplane to fly down there. All he has to do is drive on down Lincoln Boulevard. Thank you so much, Sylvia.
That's right. Well, thank you.
Okay, many of you have called me about Miss Black Oklahoma. It's time now to sign up for Miss Black Oklahoma. Miss Black Oklahoma Cameron University will be on February the 1st. That will be the kickoff, and then there will be a pageant just about every week. Those of you that are interested in Oklahoma City pageant and either being a page, an escort, please call me at 424-3949. Roth Funeral Home would like to take this opportunity to wish for each one of you a happy holiday season. Roth has been in Oklahoma City for a long time because of the fact that they are good. And we do have some outstanding funeral homes in Oklahoma City, and don't you ever forget it. Leo's Family Barbecue, where you can take that ham, that turkey, and you can get it fixed to your satisfaction. Leo's Family Barbecue, located on Northeast 36 in Kelly. Leo's Family Barbecue. Go in and tell Reginald you heard it on the Clara Luper radio show. Don't forget now, you got to get your book. If you haven't gotten it, call me. Letty, how are you this morning?
Oh, I'm just fine, Mrs. Luper, and you?
Oh, I am really happy. I dedicated my program today to Nathaniel Cobb.
Good, good. That is really wonderful. But I was called, I'm calling for some clarification. Now, don't say that I didn't hear and I wasn't listening, but I heard you talking about Behold the Walls. I thought that was a book that you talked about and asking the people to read, and I didn't think you said the last book that you have just written, which is on the monument and the Freedom Wall.
I wish I had some.
What did you say?
If I say that, once again, Clara Lupe has made another mistake because I don't have any more books. Behold the Wall has been sold completely out. I do have a book that's selling fast, Facts About the Black History Monument and Wall.
Well, I wanted to be sure that you said facts about the Black History Monument and walls and not Behold the Walls.
Okay.
Because that is such a terrific book. And I know why these people can answer all of these questions that you are asking, too, because they have that book, because that is a very good book. So all they have to do is just open the book and look in and read just a little bit. You don't have to read very much. So if you want to be in the know and the top issue, somebody needs to go buy that book. So when you ask these questions, they can come up with it readily.
All right.
Because that is a terrific book. And I want to tell the radio audience that they want to buy an outstanding history book, which is just let me see, I don't know how to put that dynamic book. But one thing about it, it's the dynamic book. It's just off the press, and they want to be in the know. It's what it has been happening because we really do not know. And you don't have to do a lot of reading. That's just what I want to tell you. And you always say, we got to have some pictures. Now, this is a book that you can buy, and it does have pictures. And there is an excerpt about each person that's in the book. So all that you need to do is buy that book of Clara Luper's, and then you'll be in the know. And next week, when she give away them chitlins, you'll be able to answer those questions, and you can't not miss.
Okay.
Because the answer's right there in that terrific book.
Okay, I've got to give away some old chitlins. Thank you,
right,
lady.
sir.
Where are you going now?
Beg your pardon?
Where are you going this morning?
Oh, well, I'm trying to get ready by 10 o'clock to go to my sorority meeting. And I've got to question them, too, about buying this book.
Well, you know,
because it must be a good book, because, my sister bought about, what, 4?
4 or 5.
4 or 5. She bought 4 or 5.
Okay. Okay.
So I'll see you at 10 o'clock.
Okay, I'll see you.
At the Jimmy Stewart's building.
Okay.
So we can discuss business of business.
Okay, then. Well, thank you so very kindly.
Okay.
George, hello. Hello, George. Mr. Young? George Young, where are you? I thought I had George Young on the telephone.
Miss Luper?
Yes.
How are you today?
I'm fine. Let's
Today,
go, George.
Since the radio program is dedicated to Nathaniel Cobb, I just want to keep the view on him. Well, the first thing I want to say is he's an excellent person, and he has really inspired me to keep going as a black person, to move on in life, and to have a lot of confidence, even though you overcome battles, and I know that's a part of life where you overcome battles. He has overcome many battles. And so when I look at him, I say, even though I do overcome battles and will overcome more battles, I can keep going on and still become a perfect person, or not perfect, but succeed in today's world. He is handicapped, but he owns his own business. He's an entrepreneur. So when I look at him, when I get grown, that inspires me to keep going and want to be an entrepreneur. And so that's all I wanted to say this morning, since I want to keep the view on him this morning.
Well, thank you so very kindly. I love these young people.
Thank you.
This is the Clara Luper Radio Show, and this portion of our show is brought to you by Petite Beauty Salon and the Clothes Closet. If you're thinking about dressing up for the holidays, don't you do anything until you go to the Petite Beauty Salon. It's located on Northeast 24th Street here in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. They are located at 1917 Northeast 24th Street in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, 427-9166. Holiday greetings are being extended to you from the Temple Funeral Home in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Mr. John Temple and his staff say, let's purchase some flowers from the florist there. Temple's Funeral Home, 427-8321. Crawley's bail bonds open. For your convenience, you may call 427-3539. Holiday greetings from Rodale Hornbeek, Vance Motor Company. The telephone number is 282-2113. It's not too late to put you in a brand new car or a used car. It doesn't make any difference. Those of you who are thinking about buying a home, remember Carbon Realty. Mr. Carl Carbon will put you in the kind of house that you really appreciate. And I would like to thank all of our advertisers, and I want to thank our listeners. As we get ready to leave here today, I do want to do some motherly talk. And some of you get so upset with me because I fuss at you. And anybody go out and steal something from somebody else need to be fussing at. You don't need to steal anything, but you do need to answer. And Calvin will come in here and let me know how many more pounds of chitlins that we have to give away. Now, I'm going to fuss at you if you're out somewhere trying to steal something from somebody or rob somebody. You don't have to do that. Calvin, how many more gallons of chitlins that we have to give away? And we got a turkey to give away, and we have 3 minutes to do it.
Right, Mom. Well, let's give away, say, 4 more chitlins.
Do
you think we have time for 4 chitlins and 1 turkey?
Oh, sure, I have time. Let me ask 4 questions. And
we're going to have to hear it. So the number to call is 672-1220, and we'll go live and real quickly. But the important thing is that you know the answer to this question, that you keep improving your knowledge of black history.
Who was a Muslim leader and a fighter for liberty, justice, and equality? A very devoted leader, very popular, and you have more T-shirts on him than you have on anybody. That's one question. The next question, what was the name of the Catholic priest that participated in the sit-ins and was a champion for liberty, justice, and equality? What was his name? He was formerly the priest at Corpus Christi Catholic Church. Here you are. This lady was a national known NAACP worker, author, and lecturer, civil rights leader from Clarksdale, Mississippi. What is her name? And the final history today. The final one is this. Who was the past president of NAACP, a famous attorney, and he died recently. Would you give me his name? And now for the big turkey. This is the turkey question. The turkey question is today, and you better get in a hurry.
Wait a minute, don't get me.
Okay, Calvin, I got to hurry up because I've got to get all my questions in. I've got to get my questions in. Okay, I've got to get them in. Hello? Okay, all right, Calvin?
Hello?
Yes. Do you have the answer to one?
Malcolm X.
You're right. And you will give Calvin your name.
Okay.
Okay, let's go to the next one. I love this question because this is one of my favorite characters in the black history in life. This man is a pastor of the Fairview Baptist Church. Call me and give me his name. His church has recently purchased a large number of books because they want those people down to Fairview to know facts about the Black History Monument and Wall. Call me and give me his name, and I will give you a turkey. This is the Clara Luper Radio Show. Now, let me tell you, I don't want to see you in jail. Do you know what's happening now, we are building more jails and we are schools, and I got something to say about that. Don't you steal anything from anybody. Don't kill anybody. Love. This is a holiday season, and I want you to be loving. And when you see old people in place going up trying to rob them, I want you to speak to them. Don't you be no thief. A little thief grow up to be an old thief, and an old thief grows up to eventually be a dead thief. And whatever you do, remember the enemy. Drugs is your enemy. If you don't believe it, you go to the penitentiary. This is Clara Luper saying goodbye, and I do love you.
The program you've just heard was a paid program. The views and opinions expressed and products endorsed are not necessarily those of KTLV, its staff, or management.
This is AM 1220, KTLV, Midwest City, Oklahoma City.